Hey everyone, Steve and John from the Sword Fighting School. We got a question from one of our YouTube subscribers, Ruiz Combat Grappling, about more of the hawk work. But his question was, can we do something of the hawk versus a cutlass? We've done a lot of tomahawk and knife, but how do you use a tomahawk or a boarding axe against a cutlass? So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk about our fight. And we are fighting. We are not fencing. Fighting on the ship, I have a very limited amount of terra firma, if you will. Anything else is not so firm, and I will sink. Plus, because of all the blood from the cannon shot and dead people rolling off the side, there's probably going to be a fair number of sharks out there. You go overboard, it's not going to be a good day. I cannot afford to go backwards. I have to go forwards. Everything in this system is about moving forward. When we look at a combat system, it's always about forward momentum. As soon as I break that forward momentum, I'm in danger of a rout. And on board ship, there is no space for a rout. The tomahawk, when I'm fighting against a sword, I need to get on that side of him. So the last thing I want to do is engage with him in any kind of, this is not going to work so well. So I've got to make sure that I can get past. We are only going to use 3 different angles. We're going to use a 1, we're going to use a 2, and we're going to use a 3. And the reason for that is if John gives me a cut, I'm going to drive it down that way. He gives me that same cut. Do that again. He gives me that same cut. I can take it down that way. He gives me that same cut. I can take it over this way. We are also going to add the 4 cut. Do it again, please. Which is going to allow me to step to this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. As a general rule, my odd number cuts come from my right side. My even number cuts come from my left side. So 1, 3, 2, 4. That being said, I am not trying to stop his weapon. All I'm trying to do is move it out of the way so that I have the ability to close. If I allow him to use his sword, he will win every single time because he only has to turn it in such a way to catch my fingers. And I'm done fighting. So I can't allow him to have access to that ability of cutting me up. So I need to get to that side of the boat. He can cut me. Normally it will be a 1, a 2, or a thrust. Those will be the most common things. So if he cuts me with a 1, what we're going to do, this is the blow coming in, striking me on the shoulder. Now again, this is not a razor blade or anything like that. That's going to cut into my shoulder and break my clavicle. Probably not going to sink into my lungs or anything like that, but it is going to put me out of the fight. So when he cuts in, I'm going to step under it with a 4. So do that again. And I'm covering this here, but I'm not staying here because I know he's going to come back up. Go ahead. And that's what he's going to give me. Or he's just going to turn his point in and stab me in the armpit because I've given him that opportunity. Let's do that again and go ahead and win this one.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I need to worry about. This is why I have to get on him. So do it again. So I'm in here. Now turn this way. Because I'm here, this is what we see as the natural thing coming up. Would you agree?
Yeah.
From here though, I'm not going to do that because where's his sword going to go? He's going to just try to set that aside and twist my body. I understand what the most likely action is going to be. Can we do that again?
Sure.
And first off, Let me apologize. Here we go. Right to the groin. And then as I do that, I'm going to hit, but I'm going to step through as I do it, hook up, and then yank back. He is done fighting. Would you agree?
I needed a long time. I am definitely done fighting after that. Yeah.
So, one more time. You all right? Like I said, I apologize in advance.
Yeah, one more time.
That's where it ended up. 1, 2, and then as I go, I just push him off, and I'm able to just keep going into my next guy.
I'm going to just lay down here and scream a lot, okay?
So I can do that if I have a back spike. As I drive through the legs, I can hook the back spike and yank through. Or I can use the head, the beak of the axe, hook and rip.
Whoa.
Either way, he's thinking of something other than me. Yeah.
I'm thinking a lot of other things than you right now.
There's one option. Let me do it one more time, then I'll let you do it to me. So, as it comes in, I need to go that way. Go and do it again. So I step under it, and now you'll notice I'm not out of the way. Would you agree?
I would agree, yeah.
Go and do that again, nice and slow, because you're going to hit me. That's as far as I'm moving to the side. This is important. Any more than this, I can no longer do the next action. Look how it just drives right on top of his axe. Let's switch sides, please. Go ahead and make the hit. I'm not going to move.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm going to step under.
You're going to step into it.
This is the blow that's coming in, and I want you to see where it is. It's either on my head or my shoulder. It's scraping off the side of my head right into my shoulder. Yeah?
Yeah.
Go and do that again. You're going to make the hit.
Okay.
This is the angle I want. Go ahead. Let's do it again. There's that action. What happened to your sword when I drove it down?
It's extended away from me, and you pulled me off balance here.
So you have one of two choices. You can either pull your arm back, or you can step forward.
Yep.
He's going to step forward. Here's why. He needs to get to that side too. Plus, this thing is rolling. He can't pull back, not effectively.
I'm going to really throw myself off balance. I'm trying to do that under the sway of the whole thing.
So because it's swaying side to side, he's not going to step forward. He's probably going to step this way. Go ahead. And that's coming in. And I like that. Let's do it again, please. Now, what I want you to see is look how I've got my shoulder into his body. And I drive through, hook, and rip. And then he just kind of falls off my hatchet. I apologized in advance.
Thank you.
All right. I told you I'd let you do it to me. I don't really want to, but I'll let you do it to me.
I'm okay. This is for Ruiz combat grappling. We're good.
But that's if I'm using it at full haft, and I'm using it as a slapping defense. If I want to get in close and I want to control it, I'm going to go to choked. But I'm not going to hold it like this because this is going to cost me my fingers. We've got another video on the transfer to get into this position. So you can find that on this YouTube channel. And this allows me to cover that. So when I'm here, as it comes in, I'm going to drop to cover this way. Now again, he's probably going to do the same thing and just come right back in on me, right? So, and then I'm going to drive up, hook it around, because I want to clear space. You good?
Good.
So I'm going to hook it in the back of his head as I push his shoulder and move on to the next guy. You all right?
Good.
So I want to do this out of distance, and I want you to, we're good, we're out of distance.
You want me to hit you?
Yeah.
Got it.
Because I'm not going to move right now.
Yep.
Cool. Do it again. I can still get that up there. Did you agree? Go ahead.
I can, yeah. Because I'm aiming for a highly debilitating stroke at the moment here right now. And yeah, you're still in that time.
And then because I'm here, I'm just stepping forward, up, back, and then twist. So let's go and do it slow, please.
Okay.
So he comes in, up, hook. I hook it and turn around. I hook with the beak in the spine, and I yank this way. But let's be honest, this is going to suck. But it's not necessarily done. So as I yank, I'm pushing. So he can't use that weapon anymore. What are you feeling on that?
You're yanking me into my left kind of hip socket here. And then with that, because I mean, I'm going to move where that dig is going, even if I'm trying to fight still, because that's painful.
Yeah.
But in that space, when you're shoving me, I now have no stability in this place. And again, let's compound that instability on top of an unstable platform that we're fighting on. I'm not gonna, I can maybe stumble away from that with a nasty gouge here if we're on firm soil. Maybe. If I really try and I'm super crazy.
Or just so hyped up on
Or just so hyped up on the adrenaline and everything that I don't feel that huge gouge. But here, I'm not gonna keep on my feet.
And that's the other thing. This is just a gouge. I mean, yeah, it's gonna suck, but it's not necessarily gonna finish him.
No, I could still be able to fight some out of that spot.
Because my goal is to get to that side, I just need to get him out of my way and then let my mates deal with him. It might be enough that he's just gonna go, yeah, I'm done now. And just, you know, hold on to his neck and scream a lot and wait for this all to be done.
Be very happy I wasn't the first guy.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that again.
Okay.
Up. And look how that just goes right under the chin. Even when his hand naturally goes up, because he's a trained fighter, it just naturally goes there. And that's one of the things about using a weapon over hand to hand. Our natural defense is to cover with our hands. That works great against another hand. Doesn't do a lot of good against a metal object.
Not really.
So he comes through. Let me walk through that one more time.
Okay.
Because I'm doing something that I didn't mention before. And I want to point this out. Let's go real slow. Here, I've covered. He's still sliding down, but look at his shoulder orientation. You're still in a good, strong position.
I'm still in a good, strong position.
I am covering his arm with my hand as well. Let's do it again. Watch this.
I am now in an unstable position.
So I've already, just this cover pulls him down, which first thing now, what he has to do is get his hips under him. So all I'm going to do is turn this direction as I push forward, as I punch forward. There's that hook.
Which ties into the time that I'm trying to get in my ability by moving forward into this.
And because I pulled this way and I punched that way, I'm driving up under his jaw, and that leaves me there. Hook him. And it gives me those opportunities. Can we do it on this side?
Yes, sir.
You good?
Okay.
There's that. I drive up, hook. Now I shove or I punch, or if I have a knife, I drive that in. You okay?
Good.
A little bit harder than I meant, sorry. I drive my knife in as I'm yanking back. So I have all those options. This gives us a couple things. If I need to worry about his friend, that works. This technique works as well. I'm going to do it to your buddy right here. And then you're going to attack me.
Got it.
Because you're right behind him, right?
Yep.
So he comes in, I cover, look what I've just done.
You've now blocked me off because you're using him as a shield.
Then when he goes through, he falls down at your feet.
Yep, now I'm stumbling over them.
So that's when I take this and I drive it into my hip and punch him in the throat. So let's go ahead and do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fighting this guy. I cover, hook, boom. I didn't mean to catch his sword. It just was in the way.
Yep.
And if I cut down at me, it still does everything I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I'm targeting his arm. Again, I'm not going to cut it off, but even a dull axe is still an axe.
You're going to do some serious damage in that spot there, and that's going to
I'm going to break that arm.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to use this.
Yeah. So let's do that again. Cut down at me.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is. He's done. You all right?
Yep.
Thank you very much. And with that, we're going to close up. I just wanted to show you, and Ruiz Combat Grappling, thank you for the question. I wanted to show you a couple uses of the axe against a cutlass. We had one, which was at full haft, where I'm using it for slapping defense, and one where I choke up. So I've got a defensive tool here for closing in really tight on my opponent. Anything you'd like to add about this from your side?
Again, a solid perspective system is, again, look at your environment and the tool designed to fight in that environment. These are short, close fighting weapons. And you've got to remember, in that space, you can't move anywhere backwards. And I was actually in the middle of this, working on this, I went, well, my sword can't move backwards either.
Yeah.
Because if I move backwards with my blade here,
those are
I'm
no
not
longer your friends.
Exactly there. Traitor! Okay.
Then you'll take a knife to the back.
Yeah. Which, again, you're getting your problem solved. So as keeping everything here in front, which is why we'd see here, here, or the cut into the stab, or the cut, if I'm pulled off, I'm going to drive up or pull across back in tight in front of me here.
And these are not superbly balanced fencing tools.
It's heavy. It pulls at you while you're swinging here.
They're not unwieldy, but they're not perfectly balanced fencing tools. These are meant for developing and giving short chopping actions to create as much damage as possible, much like the tomahawk.
Yeah.
With that, I want to thank you. Thank you for your question. I want to thank you for spending time with us today. From John and me at DEMAS, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you at the next class. Thanks for being here. Boom.
Take care, everyone.